I don't even know if you guys. Hello. It's weird when there's no music. How's it going, freaks? Hey, thanks, Genie Gaiagoy. Let's see if we can get a bigger crowd in here tonight. Wow, 47 people. That isn't going to cut it. I think I could say I've discovered that aliens exist. That I still have 45 people. Yeah. How's it going, everybody? I'm like just, man, I feel like 2 months of not being able to walk with that stupid gout. I'm just like, look like crap. I am. I walked. I tried to stream, but there's only like a bar out here. Those two, there was like two notification things, but those things were just. I couldn't do it. It's crazy. There's like one or two bars over here. Thanks, Alley Cake and Genie Guy. Go ahead. All right, there we go. Let's try to make this night one of those nights where I don't have to ask 1,000 times for support, you guys. We're trying to, you know, help cover the cost of this trip out here. Today I walked 14,000 steps. That's a lot. They changed the name. What do you mean they changed the name? What does that mean? They changed the name again. Well, they should probably win that, don't you think? I'm a Mariner. There was a time where I watched all the Mariner games, and then I haven't watched them for a long time. But they seem to be winning a lot of, close games. I'll get you 20. How long do I have to put the hat on back, baby? Oh, sure. I'll put it on backwards. Here we go. Look, right there. Right there. I'm kind of hot because I was out moving around until just a little bit ago. There you go. Sweet. Hey, thank you to, let's see, what do we got? Wild Bill Lossman, Born to Raise Hogs, Amber Maiden, and I'm expecting another 20 from the person who had me put my hat on backwards. And now I can't find it. Up there. I still have to download the latest walk that I did. It's pretty cool. I have new surveillance footage. It's actually footage from before, but a continuation of the whole thing. You remember the TMZ video where early in the morning, 8:23 and 9:57? I have the whole sequence. Okay, but we won't be showing it on here. I got to put a video out, maybe Thursday or something. I guess that person didn't do it. Oh yeah, high DB. I'll get you 20 to put hat on backwards. Well, where'd they go? That is backwards. What do you mean? I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying. I read hat backwards. Nobody knows what that means. Hey. It was productive. Walking around. A lot of walking. I bet the neighbors are probably. Yeah. The guy I talked to, he seemed pretty. He was really cool. He actually let me come in the house, and got me multiple clips that aren't out there. So that was cool. But I think the other ones are the ones that the TMZ original 2 videos. Actually, TMZ wasn't the one who put out the second surveillance first. They just, as soon as they put their banner on it, their little logo. Yeah, he came in. Yeah, had me come in, and he has 2 little Yorkies, and his wife was there. Here's what's sad about the conspiracy theorists. Both of them, they're like, I don't know if they're 60, late 60, 70-year-old. They're like, hey, I think it could have been from behind. We watched this video, and there's this thing that shoots out the back and everything. And I was thinking to myself, man, that's that one 6 million or 7 million view video that's complete BS that people bought into. And isn't that sad that it even made it into like really normal people's homes and they believe that stuff? Pretty sad. All right, let's see what we got here. Not that one. Oh yeah. I have all my Insta360 in here. I don't know. Let's try this one. Let's see. Well, we could try something else. I don't know what they look like or what they're doing. Oh, that's fishing. That was the fishing one I did a long time ago in the summer. That's not the one. How do I get rid of this one? That was a cool video. Man. All right, let's see. Try a different one. Yeah, these 2 aren't supposed to be in there. Yeah, no, that was just me. I'll just go to the one that's long. I don't know what these shorter ones were. I mean, these might be sort of interesting. No, that's not interesting, but that was in the morning me testing it. That's the Trump signs Gaza peace plan. Wasn't that awesome or what? Gotta admit, that's a pretty big deal, even if you don't like the guy. All right. Well, you guys, if you're out there, if you have the ability to help support the channel, that'd be great. Maybe we can get some more people in here. I don't know what's going on. We shouldn't be struggling again. All right, let's see. Right. So here's this is where I think he could have parked right here, you guys. Look at this spot. See this? So there's like a fence there and a fence right over here. And there's really, if you're on the other side of that car doing it, nobody could see you. There's no cameras anywhere. And then that surveillance footage is right down there is the one where he's walking by it in the morning. Dude, jeez. All right. So anyways, let's go back to the beginning here. I'm gonna need you guys' support though, you guys. I can't afford to do these long trips, and just lately it's been just devastating in the on the shows. So yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, so that's my car right there. See where my car's parked there? It looks like a perfect spot. Because right over here is where he drove by at 8 something in the morning. I don't know. It's hard to look at. I can't see the chat at the same time. Yeah, so that house right there coming up. This house right here is the one with the camera on. A little bit jerky, kind of. Not sure why, but probably trying to use this laptop. And this is right, he walked right on this sidewalk right here. And the video has him walking all the way down, taking all the way around the corner. That's how long it is. I don't know if you, let me see. You guys, are you able to see that at all? Or? Thanks, Nader Bader. PJ, grab something to drink and eat. Yeah. What can you guys see? I don't even know. It's kind of jerking for some reason. I don't know why. It's not the long way around. That's the way he walked. I'm not going someplace where he didn't walk. That's when he did his dry run in the morning. He walked that way. There's actually a little path right by that guy's house that goes right to the parking spots. And he just didn't know that. I mean, that's the thing. Tyler Robinson didn't know that that existed right there. It's so Orem is just such a beautiful place. I gotta throw that out there. Not only are the streets all clean, and so this is the house that has the construction, but there's these really huge mountains all around the outside, you know, all around the whole town. So that's the house that had construction, and I think he was back there was where the guy with the excavator. I walk all around, all over the place. I've got tons of video, but this is like one take all the way to the roof. This shot right here, this video. So this is on his dry run. Isn't that weird that I can't get 200 people in here when I'm actually showing stuff that none of them have really seen? It's disgusting. Thanks, Lori Anderson. Thanks for all your efforts with the whole Charlie Kirk situation, Gray. We are all seeking the truth. I am not often able to be on during live sessions, but I watch them after the fact. Thank you. Yeah, I can't. None of my videos get viewed anymore, as well. So it's like I don't even know what to do. I need help or something from other people. Thanks, Susan. Yeah, so he was just walking right here on the sidewalk. This is what he did at 8. You know, he's walking there at about 9:57, and then he shows up on that other street at 10, like 10:10. That's about exactly how long it takes to walk. There's this really good Halloween house at the end down here. I don't know if you can you guys even hear the audio from the video? See, look at all this Halloween. Yeah, look at that. This house right here had a camera on it. So that one likely filmed him walking by on the drive on. Thanks, Susan Jill. You can't hear the audio. It's hard to say. Some people might have bought cameras after. I wonder if I go in. Not there. But I don't think anybody feels unsafe. So it's a targeted attack on them. I don't know why there's no audio. It does have audio. Sidewalk locked down. So coming up to that fence, remember the sawtooth fence? So about like right in here is where he's on that video walking on his final pass, you know, on his wall. See right there, there's that sawtooth fence. And right here, it's a red curb. That's why that car SUV pulled next to him and didn't stop. That's weird. So my audio, this thing does have audio. That's kind of where he was running. All right, let's see. That person never sent me the 20 for my hat, so now I'm turning it back around. Isn't that lame? Those are the people you just block right away. What do you mean it's echoing? Ray, we hear it. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, I can turn off that audio. Like, now you can't hear it at all. Beautiful place to go to college. I'll just do it myself. All right, so he just walked by let's go back a little bit. So after walking by the sawtooth fence, now this is a dead end street right here. And he turned left up here onto 800 West, I think. And then this is the street that has the 2 TMZ cameras on it. So we can look in any direction. So that like I can look backwards, you know, I'm down here below it, but looks like there's some crap on the lens, but yeah, it's still good enough. This is the 8K. Look how much better this 8K one. This is one that we were using with Amber when we were driving around. Really clear. I mean, look how clear this video is. 8K, and that's the area right back there. Like if we pause the video right here, see, you can look all around, even pause it. So see right over there, that's the tree the wooded area where they also were searching. And I was hoping to be able to try to talk to these people, but I was kind of on a mission at the time. All right. See if we can get some gifted channel memberships or something, you guys. We're getting some. Thank you, Ricky. Yep. So right now this is the first house that TMZ. Actually, I don't think this is it yet. Maybe it is this one. There's a camera right at the top here. I pause it and zoom in. That's the camera right there. That's the very first video that was released. And the next house has the basketball. How's the video? It seems to have stabilized itself a little bit. Thanks, Vicky White. And the next house is the one with the second, the basketball hoop and the second camera. And theirs is way at the top, right up there. And these are 24/7 cameras. They're not motion activated. Let me just go back a little bit. Yeah. So it's that one there, and they're right next to each other. So both of those. Man, I'm telling you, for me, I didn't have to look around. I knew exactly where everything was, just like the Delphi case. We've mapped it out so many times. I know exactly how to get all over the place. And, just the ease at which you can do it. I mean, it's so obvious. This thing was so simple for Tyler Robinson. I mean, all it would take, who would ask you? If somebody's limping, you don't say, hey, why are you limping? If you don't know anybody. He doesn't know anybody at the school, so nobody's going to ask, hey, why are you limping? So he's just walking, and it doesn't even look suspicious that he's limping because people limp when they hurt themselves. So that's the only thing you had to look out for. Other than that, this is like the easiest thing ever. He also got lucky that there was nobody else perhaps up on that area above, on the roof, but everybody's watching Charlie Kirk. So it was the perfect time to go do that because you can't see Charlie Kirk from up there. So nobody would go up there to watch Charlie Kirk. So nobody was up there. I think he went to the left side over here. That's why I'm turning around. He went over here like this. All right, guys, having a massive lull. Hard to reach goals when we're just struggling around. I spent the entire day walking around, filming videos for you guys so we could take a look at it. So if you have the ability to help support the channel, that'd be great. Now there's the tunnel right there. And then, he's kind of stood right here, I guess, on his cell phone for a while. And then he went down. You can see, I can pause the camera again. Right here, there's the camera. Right there. It's weird going in there because it's just like, oh yeah, I've been here. I've seen videos. I've been in there. Thanks, Cindy. And there's the other camera right there. See that camera right there I don't know if you can see that, but right here, that's the one that filmed in the tunnel. It had that same kind of wall like that in the background. And then here's the stairs right here that you go up. Just a quick turn to the right and you're up the stairs. Hold on, let me fix this. I did this again later, better. And then also put on the way back, I put the camera right next to the camera itself so we could get the exact same view that they got. But look how easy it would be to do this. Thank you to I love you. Hey, I love you too. All right. Yeah, thank you. And Erock 37 at Cindy Boswell. And the way I'm walking right here is the way I think you went to avoid going up as many steps as possible. All right. So I'm just walking and, just walking by random people. And then right over here, it just kind of ramps up. So I think this is how we went right here. Just like this. Doesn't that make sense? And that's what it looks like all around, behind, etc. And he comes over here. And I think he just went up these 3 steps. And then there's another like 7 or 8. But any other way down here, you got to walk up like 30. And this seems like the way you would do it. Right? Just kind of hidden a little bit. And isn't that crazy? Because down there it is, right up there is the Losi building. So just kind of going up these stairs, right? You just went up those right there. Really hilly out there, a lot of hills for sure. Hey, thank you, Cheryl McDonald. Appreciate it. I only have one monitor, so I'm having the screen that's showing the video, I have to look at, and I don't really get to watch. There's this cop here. They were looking for some other guy, I was starting to get like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. But then I even talked to an officer later, and he goes, oh, no, we're waiting for, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, don't worry about it. So right there is where he jumped off, coming around the corner here. Right there. Isn't that crazy? And then he probably walked just like this across the grass. Thank you, Cinnamon Sin Freak. And by the way, in your super chats, why don't you ask some questions, and then I can go over those later. I always like at the end, like I've watched other people at the end of their shows, they read the super chats and go over the questions. So this is the inside. This is all he had to do, is go in here. Except he comes in here for like 12 minutes or so. I'm not sure what's on my lens here. Looks like it's scratched or something. I looked around, I didn't see many cameras. Maybe he walked all the way down there. But those are the stairs right there, right? That's it. I mean, that's how. Look, can't you just see? Look how simple this was. It's just so easy. He had a rifle with him right here, right? And he's walking. It's in his pants. Then he goes up these stairs here. It's weird to go there like I'd been there before. You know, I didn't even pause or have to go. Is it over there? And then he just goes to the top of this roof. And they've actually put a fence blocking even some of what used to be where public could go on. See way over here? You used to be able to walk over to there. But look how interesting this was. Look how short this black fence is here. This is where he put the rifle together. So this fence wasn't here, this one right here. And he could just probably put his leg over and he's there. And he laid right next to it. I mean, that's crazy. This is where he put the gun together right here. So I actually put the camera over the edge to look at it. I mean, look at that. He was right there laying in this position, and then he got up and he ran just right over to there. It's really short, too. I mean, it doesn't seem long at all when you're there. Look. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, they're open now. Oh, I think that's it for that one. Hold on, that was number 7. That's 7, 8. Let me try to do this one. I don't know what these are filming. So I went and did this part again. Yeah, I want a better angle. See that? Look at that. He was just right there. So easy. Just step over. And then that's the building he's running by. He went around the other side and then just right over to there and came down. When you're up there, everything just seems a lot closer. On camera, it's not quite. I forgot to shave before I came, so now I'm like, doesn't matter what image I have on there. It's going to look bad. All right, you guys, if you're out there and you have the ability to help support the channel, that'd be great. I think YouTube has put me in a weird place. So 9, let's see what 9. All right, let's see. Yeah, so I put this way up in the air. Look at that. So that's where he came down. I don't know if I can reach. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, right there. Isn't that crazy? What if those are his marks right there? Weird, huh? That could have been his marks. Oh, weird. So wait a second. So I thought I continued to walk. Okay, I guess I did. Let me pause that again. Up there. I had this on like a 10-foot. Man, wouldn't that be weird? They still haven't touched those, and those are his hands right there. How crazy, huh? Jeez. Look at that. I mean, it's been a month, so those could be anybody. But that looks kind of older dust in a month. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Yeah, there's nothing being scrubbed. U-Haul TV. Yeah, we don't do conspiracies. Hey, thanks, Allie Cake. We need to get some channel memberships, you guys. We only got 2. That's about the worst we've seen in a long time, and we're still only at about 40%. All right, let's see. What screen? This. Yeah, and then look how high this hill is over here, right? This is where he went running, and you know what? See, even this worked for him. You see, because he's hidden. Even back here, watch how you're sort of hidden. You know, maybe if there was people walking around, but nobody was. They were all up the kirk of there, and he's still hidden from the road. Basically hidden halfway down his body, because you got to picture my camera's up in the air, and then he's just. And then right here, this tree blocks it a little bit. So he's still struggling. Then right here, he finally got everything together, and then he crossed right over there. I'm not sure if I turned around or what I was doing. Yeah, it's weird. The wooded area is kind of I went into the wooded area too, you guys, so you can see that. 810-mile drive. What the heck? Look at that. Bakalula gifted 10 membership. Thank you. It's 9. Open at 10. Yeah. Oh yeah, so this is just that little hill that's right there. I put the way up in the air on the pole there, and look at that, shows it perfectly. He came running around like that, and then off right there. That's kind of a short one, I think. All right, 10, 11. Okay, then I think I'm doing his off the roof right there. And came this way. This one's 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Hey, welcome, Debbie. Yeah, it's it's the part that's as interesting is how he got from the wooded area to the dirt area. It's pretty weird over there. I mean, this place right here, it does walk you up to like up through somebody's property, but apparently that's going to be something the school owns. But this is what it looks like under there, and these all go to people's property. See, it doesn't look. It's not like an incredibly deep wooded area. It's just that's all it looks like. Are you guys finding this interesting at all? Or? I think a cop car just drove by, and then I went and talked to him. They have a lot of big. I did talk to him for about 2 minutes. He was saying that I think the right he was pointing to this area where they found the rifle, etc. You know, and then he said that the I don't know. He said they have a lot more police presence there now for a while, anyways, just to make people feel safe. Isn't it cool with the 360 though? You can look everywhere. And then I did go back up here. I went further. I almost didn't go up there, and I went, no, screw it. You know, I did it. I didn't have somebody run out this time and go, "Give me your phone." Yeah, totally. You do have a better understanding. So then this goes all the way up here into somebody's yard, you know. So I didn't keep going. I don't think he went up this way at all. Actually, I think he went around to the right down there. Did I stop? Oh, what happened? Oh, I think that was it. All right, that was 11. Yeah, this was interesting here. This is just, there's that fence we were just walking by right here, right? And then just over here, look at this path here. I think this is the way he went. And I don't know. And yeah, that's right. And this one, I think, goes through the construction. I don't remember that. Jeez. I could see it if I had my map, all my windows open. I could show you exactly where I was, but I don't. Let's see, that was 12. Let's see where 13 is. So I think this is it again. Yeah, so maybe he came around like that and just went up that direction. See? Because you can go right up there and it goes, I think it does go past, I think, the house that has construction on. I don't know. I think this is like the ROTC. You can go up there. All right, let's see. 13. I did my map too. And then I went there with that guy later. So he showed me some other stuff. This is leaving now, going backwards. There's the camera right there. I filmed him coming up those stairs. See right there. Oh yeah, see there you go. I put it right where they would have it. Unfortunately, I'm in there. It'd be like this. That's the video that they have, just like this. They have him coming up the stairs, coming around, and then going up like that. If I wasn't there, you'd be able to see the ground. See? I'm always making faces. I'm doing that. Thank you. Tired of it all. Yeah, we're having one of those massive little periods again. Oh yeah, this is the one down there. So look, that's the one in the hallway would look like that. All right. So look here. So the one that filmed him in the hallway is going to the full video would look like this. Watch. Just like that. That's what they have. And so they see him come down the stairs. They'll have him on two cameras walking down those stairs. One that's over there, and then this one. See that? And then when he's walking by right there, they just grab that screenshot of it. Here, let's see. I think I do have this stuff. Hmm. Not really sure how to do that with the setup here. But you guys can see that, right? Thank you, John. Yeah, I bet their camera's pretty good. Mine's an 8K 360 degree camera. So that means it has to film clear all over the place. But isn't that awesome? Well, let me see if I can do it. I was just gonna, let's see. I got that plugged in. Scan disk. Charlie Kirk. And then not that one, the 13th still. So you watch. This is going to be pretty cool when you see this. I'm not sure. Let me try to do. Let me put it on this one. I have to add another screen to. Let's see. Well, I guess I have to do an image file. See that? Hmm. Right there. See, he was filmed right in that spot, right here. See that? No doubt about it. Right here. I wish I could put that on the stage at the same time. Hey, thanks, Nader Bader. All right, back to the. This is exiting the tunnel. I don't know. I don't know if he went that way for his dry run that he did. Oh yeah, so that's the camera shot. See that? I put the camera right where it is, and that's exactly what it looks like. That's what they have. This shot right here. So he'd be standing right at the top of those stairs. Let's see if I can. Add another one. Let's see. So yeah, this one. See that? And that's exactly what they have. That's where they crop that from. Right there. All right, guys, we're going to need about another 20 channel memberships, and we're just not doing well again. Although, a lot of thank you for everybody who's supported. We're just trying to keep things rolling along. I mean, I'm negative because of the trip so far, you know, and I was hoping we'd get way past that, but we're just not. It's not happening. I don't know why I'm going back down this way again. I think I want to get those cameras better or something. Because I think I thought of a better way to do it, like put it right underneath it or something. Yeah, like that. And see, then that's the shot. And I think I must go up to the next one to do the same thing. Yeah, would you quit talking about, you don't understand why they don't have a drone. Who cares why they didn't have a drone? All right, right here. There it is. Coming up the stairs and around there. See, when people ask, I don't understand why they didn't have a drone, you're either trying to put some fault on the campus. Nobody has drones for events like that. Secondly, it's almost like you're implying that there's some nefarious reason that there wasn't a drone. And I just don't have time for any of that. I'm not going to call the school and say, why didn't you have a drone there? Oh, I don't know. We just normally don't have drones. Oh, okay. It's a complete waste of time. I went to the Dairy Queen, and they don't like you filming there, I can tell you that. But I did go to the Dairy Queen. It's there. Candace Owens is wrong. Yet again. What a shock, huh? Well, you can wonder whatever you. I don't care. Give a damn if you're local or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make you any more, knowledgeable about the event or anything like that. You can wonder. You can wonder all you want. That's what the brain is for. Wondering. We just don't need to hear about it, and we don't need your capital letters and all that crap. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did look at that. I started to show off. There's a spot right where you originally see the car, and then there's another spot later that somebody else mentioned on the show. I drove 810 miles yesterday. And I'm asking for you guys' support while you're watching the show as I'm going through this to help offset the costs of driving and the hotels and doing all this stuff to get this information. I know it's my choice to do it, but I hope that you guys, feel like it's worth supporting a channel that puts out the factual information. And, I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, listen, people don't put this kind of security at turning in the events like this, where you have snipers on roofs, drones doing Overwatch. They will now, but that's just not what you normally do at events like that. Students don't want that. People with like snipers on buildings and shit. I mean, it's crazy. Thanks, Joel Byrne. Oh, this is going backwards through the tunnel, parking lot, and then that little wooden bridge right over here. I almost just stepped into the little area right here. Yeah, I mean, people can wonder anything, but if it's not productive. Wondering why they didn't fly a drone. How does that? What does that do? How does that help further trying to figure out exactly what he was doing? All right, 14, 15. Okay, now I'm walking next to the sawtooth walls coming up here in a minute. Thanks, Susan Gill. Now, I think he came down from up there on his, is that actually the sawtooth? Oh, that's right. We're not at the sawtooth yet. This is the dead end. With the fence on it. And it's really close to where he was running in the dirt area. Thank you. PCP SPN 670. He didn't have yeah, exactly. A AR-15 for counter sniper. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way you're going to do that. What kids would want to go to an event where there's snipers? The thing is, this guy just, I think that's probably why I said he picked a stupid place to go, because he knew how easy it was to get on there. I don't know if he'd been, because the conversation came after the event was announced and probably after he already had started planning. $15, $16. Yeah, so I'm just further up the street. There's actually, I think he parked kind of up in this general, up here somewhere. Because the sawtooth thing is just down there a little bit. There's all these different side roads that you could have been on. But I think where I parked my car is just perfect for him to have parked, because you would just open up the passenger door and change, and nobody would ever be able to see anything. What does it look like that? Could you guys still see it when I made it big like that? Yeah, so this is the street that surveillance is on, and the street that his vehicle would have had to come out like this after driving by, or maybe it even parked. But early on, the video where you see his Dodge Challenger, I guess. But look at the spot where I parked. I think it would be perfect. I don't know if this is it. It's down the next street, but not this one. See down there? I'll show you in a minute. It's weird. It's underneath a tree next to a fence, and then there's a fence across the street. And, you know, you wouldn't be able to tell what anybody was doing. Yeah, right there. See? Look at this spot. Like, nobody could see anything. So let's say you have this door open on the other side. Who would see you down in that direction? Nobody. There's a wall over here. This whole place is walled in. And then this person over here can't see you because you're behind the fence. And nobody can see you there. Nobody can see you there. The only person that might have a shot of any kind is this one. But then if you're on the other side of the door right there, and then the house that filmed the car driving by is right there. And then he went walking in that direction. So I don't know. That's a pretty decent spot right there. All right, you guys, massive lull alert again. We're just, man, I remember before going, you guys were like, oh, we'll take care of you, Gray. We'll make sure you're, and it's just not, it's not happening. No, I'm not getting as many viewers. My videos don't get watched. It's just becoming very, very frustrating. And thanks up there to, did you do another one, Bakalula? Thank you. I don't know if you did another one. Yeah, it looks like you did. Thank you, Bakalula. I don't know who you're talking to. Who's Noelle? Yes, I know. I got a bit confused there. What? What do you guys think about that spot though that I just picked, that I just showed you? Wait, what did she type in? Hold on a second. Yeah, get rid of that, Noel. What a stupid comment. What? You don't think it was irresponsible of him to put his neck out there? They're trying to be funny with that. As a dad, get the hell out of here. Yeah, that's somebody trying to make a joke. What about a $200 drone? I have a drone that I brought that's, I don't know. That's that Mavic 2 that I bought years ago. But look at right here. What do you think of this spot? He changes right there. I mean, I'm just look at it. Why? There's nothing can be seen there. If a car came, you'd still be behind the car. Maybe, way up there, but they wouldn't be able to see past the door that was open. Nobody over here seeing anything. Nobody there. Nothing there. Nothing here, nothing. And if a car came around this corner, you would just turn really quick and hide what you were doing. But that is an absolutely perfect place, and it's just up the street. In fact, the house that has the camera is this blue thing, the second one back there. That's their house. That's the one that filmed the car driving by. What do you think? I think that one looks absolutely perfect. And thanks, Annie Shirley, for I think you sent a PayPal. Yeah, I was just going to say you sent me a PayPal. Yeah, I saw that. I was just going to say that. Thank you. But you guys, I really need your guys' support to be able to do these kind of shows. And, you know, I feel like doing this kind of, I literally walked for about 4 hours. You know, maybe, well, I mean, moving around. And I think I started doing it at 10:30 in the morning, and then I was finished at like 4. So I am talking. Too bad at home you'd be able to hear it. You might have to play these all again. 16. Wait, another one? Bacalula? Come on. Thanks, Bacalula. That's like saying that name over and over and over. 722 over here. Oh yeah, so this is the guy. You know, he had got. It's sort of not worth playing, but you know, he was showing me how there's this path right by his house around the corner that goes right to the parking area. And then I said to him, "Yeah, well, I bet you Charlie or excuse me, Tyler Robinson didn't know. There's the parking area for the school right there, so he wouldn't even have known that that exists. That's right on the corner, right here. Yeah." Yeah, he was showing me all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, so he took me over to where the construction was down. So this is the construction house here. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Blair's his name. And so he might have came up here and then hopped over this fence because I guess when he, you know, later he didn't have the gun in his pants, so he could do stuff like that. Maybe hop over this fence, and then there's the house with the construction on it. He said I could film him, obviously. But when I get back, maybe we can play what he was saying. Yeah, so this guy, he lives there. So he's like, "Hey, can we go back here?" And the guy's like, "Well, you're not really supposed to." He goes, "Oh, we're just going to go." That was pretty sweet. So this is a house that had the construction on it. He's just like, "Yeah, we're just going to go right over." That was a pretty good move. So this is apparently where he walked through here. And he said that the school bought this place. Like it's some sort of a, I don't know, some center or something. But then look, right over on this other side, you can go down. And then if you look right over here, maybe he was walking in that area. See, that's what he was talking about. He was pointing over there. And then he came through just like this. And there's an ROTC building around. Not cool. He took the, then we went around here. Yeah, pretty interesting. I think he kind of, Tyler Robinson went back through there. Yeah, he was a cool guy. You know. Nope, not in there. Hey, thanks, Paramount Tactical. Nope, not in there. Not in there. You have to let me know when you get here, then. Yeah, and so this is the back side of the same house, or it's not. I don't know if it's a house anymore. That's the thing, but there's construction, and apparently the backhoe driver or a excavator, excuse me, was ran into Tyler Robinson when he was leaving. The only part that would be hard is like over here, you have to walk over this fence and run up this bank to sort of get back into the area where I think this is the ROTC building. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. See, this is the ROTC building right here, I think, on this corner. I guess we'd have to look at the map. I don't see it. But yeah, maybe he just did a couple of things like that where he jumped over this wall, went up through there, because I actually went back there. It seems to lead to the area where the dirt area is. Yeah, a lot of walking now. A lot of walking. So you can see the buildings right over there, the university. That might even be Losi building top is probably that thing sticking up right over there. I wouldn't be surprised if that's, I mean, I can't see it really well, but maybe that's the thing he ran by that's on that roof, sticks out. Yeah, so we're walking back to his house. I'll play the audio next time when I get back. But we're still together. Yeah, so this is where he lives. There's that, I think the orange house is right over there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we give our text messages and stuff. He hasn't really gone through, like he has all the data from a week before. And I was saying, man, you should be digging through. I did get new surveillance footage, though, extended surveillance, so that's good. I'll have to wait till Thursday or something. Maybe tomorrow I can figure out a way to put it out there. But I need your guys' help. I mean, my channel's just been crushed. Paramount Tactical talks about, oh, the shadow ban. Man, you don't know what shadow banning is. I've got down to 5,000 views on videos. It's like, it's horrible, horrendous. 5,000 views on a video. What a joke. So I need you guys to be like, hey, check out this video or something, because it's not working. Yeah. Yeah, somebody has to. Let's see. But man, maybe when I put a video out, you can say, hey, check out Gray's video. Because I've literally, I think, technically been shadow banned. Like, something happened where they literally don't. If I get 4,000 views on an entire video, it's luck now. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening here. It's crazy. Hey, thanks, Nader Beater. All right, let's see. Back to, let's see, 17. How about go to 18? Oh, yeah. So I think that is the building. Let's see. I think that's we were just on the other side of that a minute ago. I think that is the ROTC building. And then you can sort of see that if he came around the side of that, he would then walk right through here. And I almost didn't do it, but I go, screw it. Jesus. So look, there's this path that goes back here. Like the tunnel and everything is right over here. That street is not too far away. It's just right there. But look at this crazy thing that goes back. I think we see this path on Google Earth too. See that? Goes right back there. But hey, guys, if you could support the channel, that'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, but see, look right over there. I almost stopped right here, but then I said, I gotta do it. Keep walking. So now we're walking. We're behind those homes where there's the dirt area, where you see them later. So this is probably exactly how he went, just like this. He was just trying to get the hell out of there. I was kind of nervous to keep going. I wasn't sure if I'm on the ROTC property or like these guys. I don't know exactly where I am in this one. But that street is right there. The one that has both the TMZ camera shots on it. Yeah. So we could kind of figure it out if we walked on the street and figured out where that house is. I was kind of thinking that this wooded area here was that secondary spot. But, I don't know. Maybe we should get Google Earth open in a minute. Check it out. Yep, one of those massive lulls again. Yeah, well, even if you entertain conspiracies, people watch you. I don't do it. I think they're absurd. This case is one of the most obvious cases there's ever been. I think it's the strongest case I've ever seen in all the years I've been doing true crime. It's just like, man, this guy is toast. But then people say, well, that's why, because it's so clear. Okay, well, the guy didn't know what the hell he was doing. Right? Yeah, I did this twice today. I locked this thing. Yep, man, so that's where I parked right there. And then that, see this, let's see. Right down here is the tunnel area. This is just off to the side. Let's see what 19 is. Hey, cool. All right. I don't think they have a bar around here. Let's see. Oh yeah, so then I went out to the the place that had the hold on, the that strip mall where his vehicle showed up in. And this is where right there, boom, there's the camera. All right, now look, you turn it around, and that's basically the shot that you had. It was kind of that roof was sticking out, and it almost looked like that, but he was back there. Looks kind of blown out a little bit. So it was like over there, driving, kind of stopped and went over there. I think that's exactly what the shot looked like. But I can move it around like this. So that's, it's kind of blown out though. I didn't realize it would look like that. That's 19, 20. Yeah, this is just in the parking lot itself. And then I think it's sort of interesting, the white car that followed it, because it wasn't like he was out here on the road parked. He was parked right here, and then that other car followed right behind it through the parking. Why not go over here and out there, Like that's actually where you're supposed to be driving. Right, who's going to do a challenge? We need a challenge or something because we're just dying in here again. All right, let's see if we can do it. See if we can do it. Yeah, so anyway, he was in here. We don't know what he was doing. All right, and 21. Oh yeah, he was inside a Dairy Queen. Now, I wasn't really supposed to be filming anything in there. That guy she was watching me the whole time. So I kind of laid it down. Like, oh yeah, I'm not really filming anything. I think he was standing right there, and he was looking up at menus. There's no TV over there. Okay, that's about it. That's all I'm going to put on that. And then 22. So yes, you guys, it wasn't torn down. All right, it's still sitting there. I don't know. I got the TV on there. I stole their little cart. I'm going to keep it. The thing just kept recording. Now I'm nervous to keep opening these things up in my room. 23. Who knows what I'll be doing in there? Let's go to this one. Love Gutfeld, dude. Yeah, so that's the house right there. So have to zoom in. That's the one that the dry run was done on. And then he just went walking this direction. But look at the clouds started coming in. So. Hey, thanks to John. Yeah, those guys are idiots. I'm just telling you, I'm doing this the right way. You got to go with the probable cause and the charging documents. And if there's something that doesn't make sense, then look at. So that's how you actually can get to the parking on campus, right there. But if something doesn't make sense, then I look into it. But every single thing's made sense. The only thing that people seem to still question is like, how did the shot not go back out his neck or something like that? And yet every other element points to Tyler Robinson. So the thing is, it isn't like, therefore it had to be some other shooter. It is, let's try to figure out how the shot happened that way. Was it a ricochet off of the vest, or a vest if he was even wearing one? We still don't have definitive answers on that. Or was it a, like it was tumbling, to yawed a little bit because it was a shitty, the ammunition wasn't correct for the gun or whatever. Who the hell knows? But anyways, the video of Tyler Robinson, you can see him walking this whole way right here. This entire thing, you can see him walking. So from all the way back, that house way over there, it picks him up to maybe around in this area here. I guess it doesn't show him all the way to the end. But like right around in here, like he's literally walking for a long time. And then when the car shows up, it drives all the way down the street too. So you can see his Dodge Challenger for a hell of a lot longer. George Zinn has nothing to do with anything. He's just some idiot that happened to be there. Yeah, he's an idiot. Why does everybody need explanations for everything? All right. So I'm doing the whole walk again now, you guys. I think. Yeah. So here's the. I don't know. Is that the construction house? Or whatever it is. I'm not even sure what it is. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. The gate was open. Right there. So that isn't the ROTC building. I think that's like around, sort of like over there somewhere. So that wasn't the ROTC that I was looking at. But he had to have gone like behind some of these homes, because why did he go back there where that dirt area was? It's just weird, because his car wasn't parked over there. It was parked on 800 South, because that's where he was coming from when he came in to do the shooting. He walked by the jagged steps, so this one here is 19 minutes long. Isn't that amazing? 8K, 30 frames a second, and it can just keep it. I've done it 25 minutes. I mean, that is. And the files, how big do you think those files are? Throw something out. Let's see what you guys guess. Come on. Guess something. How big are those files? Anybody? Any guess? 8K, 25 minutes, 30 frames a second. No, that's not. No, it's 25 gigabytes. Yeah. I mean, but that's huge. I mean, think about how big that is. I mean, 25 gigabytes, I think, would hold the entire National Library of Congress or something. I mean, it's just huge. Yeah. And I'm doing, this is exactly how he went. When he was doing the dry run. I'm doing the dry run, and in a moment, they both sort of overlap each other, because he turns and he walks by the jagged wall. And then that thing made a sound, but I actually wanted to go over and check this other person at a good spot too. They thought he parked, well, you can even see it when we were walking by, but they thought maybe he parked right there. And that's a good spot too, like right here or there, because look, there's a fence on this side, there's a fence on that side, and if you park far enough down this way, you could see if somebody was coming. But like right in this spot isn't bad at all. Right? So, all right, you guys, say no to lulls. Say no to lulls. We keep hitting them over and over and over again. All right. And then we're coming over here, and then we got the Halloween. It's not as good as my wife's Halloween, but yeah, they do have the big creatures, and it's pretty good. This thing yelled at me like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." There was a kid over there, and I said, "Hey, my wife makes something like this," and he started running, coming my direction. I was like, "Oh, I'm leaving. I gotta go." I don't know what he was doing. Going over here. Isn't that awesome? Be able to look everywhere, just like, oh yeah, there's that car. I mean, cop cars should have these on top of it. People always look at me funny because I'm holding this thing, that camera, on a stick, basically. Who's going to do the challenge on for the rest of them? That works good. Yeah, I've seen two different spots. Yeah, just focus on the show, not David. All right? Yes, it was, David. Sorry for your confusion. Go somewhere else. Thank you. Yeah, let's see. What are we at on then? We only got, if we get, how about this? If we get 13 more channel memberships, I'll donate 5 myself. Okay. How's that sound? So we need 13 more channel memberships. All right. And so he just walked by. Let's go back up here. Now, see, these are those the jagged wall that he walked by. There's a camera on, I think, this house right over here that filmed him walking by right here. And this is where, see the red curb right there? See that? That's why that guy didn't park. There was the SUV that slowed down. I think they were going to park, and then they saw that and then sped off because they could see that the red was there, and right there it's just probably missing. So that made that way less nefarious once you realize that. That's the dead end that we were looking at a few minutes ago. Hey, there's Jeffrey. Got one of them. 12 more, you guys. And then I'll donate 5. There we go. Let me see. Can you guys see? Can you guys see this screen here when it's big like that? Or did it disappear? I'm not sure what happens. Yeah, it's amazing. People said, "Oh yeah, great, we'll take care of you. We'll make sure everything." And I'm still negative for the trip, so it's like, come on, you guys, we need the support. Pretend this is interesting to you. So you could see it when it was full screen. Huh. Okay. Now I'm not really sure. I just can't see anything else. Yeah, I know it's better when it's big, but I can't see you. And we could try doing it. So right now we're on the, I think 800 west. And I think I was back up there a while ago, somewhere. We'll have to take a look at it. You know, kind of while looking at Google Earth, trying to map out where I was walking. Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, so I think I was up there because there's that grass area. Okay, that house had a camera on it right there. This one. These are the two TMZ cameras. This is the one with the basketball hoop. And he's walking a hell of a lot closer to the curb over here. And then cuts across the grass. I can't see anything but the screen now because it's taking up everything. I'll have to switch back to that for a minute and see if we've made any progress. And no, we haven't. All right, guys, we need 12 more channel memberships so I can gift the 5. So if you guys can help support the channel, that'd be great. Here I'm back to relegated to asking again and again and again. So here's the little bridge area that he crosses over. You can already see the tunnel way over there. Anybody hearing what I'm saying for the challenge? Anybody? Yeah, so I just walked down there and I'm going over here. Yeah, I did this twice. Hey, look at that. Just Rhonda did 5. That's 6. 7 more. 7 more. Thank you, just Rhonda. You're not just Rhonda. You're Rhonda, you know? All right, here we go. We're going into the tunnel. All right. And there's the camera on the upper left again. A little bit darker, but yeah, I think now it's really obvious that that shot that we have of him was taken in that last segment where those lights are bright, right there. Right here is where that photo was taken, I think. All right, gonna turn it around the other way, going up the stairs there. There's the camera there. Then up these, then out to the kind of like a utility street here. And then down this direction. And Megsy and Lisa V gifted one. So what does that mean? 6 more to go? So for you guys who missed the first part, this is the second time, 2 different times. I did the whole thing twice. Yeah, that Dairy Queen lady, she didn't want me in there. I don't know why people even care, you know. I wouldn't give 2 damn at all. I just wouldn't care. Thanks, Robinski. I would like to see the view from the spot the two kids stood when they saw the shooter run across the building to lay down and shoot. Yeah, I can do that. I mean, to me, it's just like you're just looking at a roof, but yeah, I know exactly where that is. I could go do it. So I can get that done. I'm planning on doing some more of this tomorrow, but I'm going to kind of be more walking around the. Well, I'm going to use my drone a little bit with my 360 on it, and walk around, you know, the student areas that people were watching Charlie Kirk from. You know, we can go check out that nefarious bush that shot at, the bush creature. All right, guys, we need 6 more channel memberships. Will you guys be able to do it or not? Who knows? Sister from People Don't Use Their Common Sense. All right, anyways, this is what he walks by right here. See that? This is the Losi building. That's the part, that tall part that you can just see the top of that he runs behind in the surveillance footage. I think I'm going to fly my drone with the 360-degree camera on it right up to where that 360-degree camera is that filmed the roof. So we'll have the same angle and be able to look at it and go, yeah, look, you'll be able to see him. He was right over there. So I'm going to fly it up to right there. That is right here. That's the camera. So I'll just put it right, 3 feet away or whatever in the air. Should look pretty cool. And that's the roof that he jumped off of right there. I didn't see a lot, very many, or if any cameras when I went in these doors over here. So I don't know where he was for those 11 minutes. You know, what's weird is I opened the door for all these people over here, and they're all always like, "Oh wow, thank you." They're almost like shocked. I think that's what this is. I think there's this girl over here, this girl right here, and I'm walking, and then I open the door for her, and you can see her. She has like this face, like, "Wow, thank you, holy crap, man! Nobody ever, you know, you had to be there." But that's what she said. It's like, man, has that just disappeared from society these days? And then I opened the door for people at when I had lunch or dinner. They're like, "Wow, it's crazy." We're still looking to get the. Or did we get them? Oh, Bakalula again. So we just need one more. But man, Bakalula's done 35 channel memberships tonight. Right? Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's incredible. Thank you. But you guys see how easy it was where I just went on the roof right there? And just think about it. It looked like this because there was not a soul there. They were all watching Charlie Kirk. Wait, did S? Oh wait, so you already did the one. SJ. Let's see. S. Jablanowska. So we're there, right? We did it, right? I think. Yeah, I think so. Hold on. There we go. So let's just do this part again. Look how easy this is. He's in here somewhere, and then he goes out this door right here. And then you go up these stairs. Look at this. It's just ridiculous, right? There was nobody around because they're all watching Charlie Kirk. You just walk up right here, and nobody has pointed out so far that have gone up there what I'm about to point out. I don't know why they don't do it. It's just sort of like either they're not aware or what's going on. But this is the wall that he went over. We see it on Google Earth. Look how low that wall is. That little wall there isn't even as tall as this. So if this fence wasn't there, it would be so easy to step over that wall. And that's where he assembled the rifle, right there. So this fence was just put there. This one here was not there. So imagine it looking like this. So if I can just zoom in a little bit, right there, that's what it looked like, right? How hard do you think it would be to get over this wall to here, even with the rifle in his leg? You just swing it over. And then I extend the camera out, and now look, he was laying right in this spot here. And I like this angle too, because you can see where he jumped down over there and over in this corner, right back there. And you can see it clearly. It doesn't look anywhere near as far away as it does in here where he shot from. He just ran across the roof, and then there's like different levels of that roof. But then when he left, he ran behind there. But look, I'm in there. See that? He was right there. And you wouldn't be able to see him at all. See that? I mean, that wall is just high enough where he was laying down there. Nobody would notice him. That's crazy. But he was risky, though. In that time, anybody could have walked over and just looked there, and they'd see him. See? I mean, what do you think about that? Isn't that crazy? That's the easiest damn thing you've ever seen. Yeah, so the wall is much shorter, and it looks about the same. Like Google Earth said, it was 3 feet, I think. But that's rounding off. It doesn't know the inches. What are you talking about? What's freezing? What are you talking about? Are you guys even paying attention to the video itself? So let's just do that part again. Going up. There we go. Going up the stairs. This is the killer. He just goes, oh yeah. He's got the gun. He kind of hobbles up here. It's in his pants. Nobody's going to ask, why are you limping? And when he goes up there, he knows he's going to be the only one there because everyone's watching Charlie Kirk and they're over there. And you can't watch Charlie Kirk from here, even if you walk to the end of this little, I don't know what you call it, brick-colored area. You can't see him. He's over there. He's behind there. So you wouldn't do that. This whole this fence here was not there. They put cameras in here to keep people from going in there. So all that's new. This fence, the camera, everything. And it was just that open. I mean, you got to admit, like, that's almost ludicrous, right? And then he just steps over that wall, assembles the rifle, and then sprints over in that direction. Yeah, just so easy. Interestingly, I think this roof is higher than this piece because look over there. Look how shallow that is. So it's almost like he'd have to really kind of lay down right there, make sure he wasn't seen. That was 26. Here's 27. Yeah, we're starting off right at the wall that you jumped down. Right there. Oh, did you guys, on our earlier shot though, and I will probably be able to do it again, I think. But we saw handprints up there. It was crazy. On like dust that had never been touched. It almost seemed like that's what he was doing. But anyways, you can see like he went up this hill like on the side of it over here. Yeah, a little bit more to the left probably. And this here is naturally hidden from the road. So this whole time he was adjusting it. Everybody's at the Kirk event, and he's over here, and he's struggling with the rifle, trying to get it covered. And even here, this tree kind of blocks the view. Nobody's paying attention. And then he probably makes his way over to that area there, the wooded area. All right. Well, you guys don't forget to help support the channel. We're trying to do really well these nights. Guy across the street. Now we're down into the. See, there's not a huge wooded area. Like there's a yard right on the other side. This one you can see a lot better now from earlier. See how clear this is? There's not much back here, right? Like he could have just hidden the gun in the woods, like a bush up there or something. And that's where I walked earlier, up the side of that fence there. That's right. I tried to walk up this way, but the gate was shut, so I didn't continue to walk up there. But anyways, thanks, Bakalula up there. You made a huge difference tonight. Thank you. Is that a Hawaiian name? Kind of sounds like it. I don't think I didn't see the chicken coop, but it didn't make sense. I don't know. See, I don't believe anything that showed up on YouTube by any of these people out there. It's just been nothing but garbage. Hey, wow, look at that. It's Lisa Belson. I haven't seen CR. I hope she's doing okay. Let's see. Got a coffee from Lisa Valenzuela. Yeah, people will still watch the people that lie over and over and over again. Like Valhalla is full of shit. Okay, he's an embarrassment, and I don't know why anybody spends more than 2 seconds. Oh man, just get the hell out of there. There's nothing he puts out is accurate. Nothing. Not even a. It's just scary, really. But thanks, Lisa Belson. It was a remnant from the past. Mm-hmm. Didn't really feel that safe walking in this little area here. But Yeah, I kind of got trapped. I wanted to go down those steps right there, but there's a gate there. So I had to actually go back through the tunnel to get out of there. Isn't that cool how you can just, I'm just turning it to match what I want it to do. It sucks. My toe and everything was hurting 2 days ago, and it just when the drive here and here, it's gotten better. Where I was able to walk, I was so nervous that I wasn't even able to do anything when I got here. Yep. So there's the tunnel right there, and then there's this other way you go up here, and I don't know. I think I was looking up there. There's ROTCs here, and that sort of makes sense that that's the area that goes back behind because this is the street. See right there? That's the street with the surveillance cameras on. So you would think that up here is like, or I think that might be the ROTC, and then maybe I can't remember if I parked up there and then walked down that path that put me behind there. But maybe I don't know. It'll flare up again. I'm taking allopurinol now, so I think that lowers the. But I'm only on 100. You have to keep testing your blood purine levels. Let's see if 100 works. If that doesn't work, we'll go to 200 or see what happens. Yep, just watching just going back the way I can. Sorry, I'm trying to. Oh, geez. That guy isn't very good either. Yeah, we Yep. So I think we're coming up to where we pass the jagged steps again, or the wall, jagged wall. I was getting kind of tired. 15,886 steps today. That is a lot. That's definitely worth a super chatter too, don't you think, you guys? Instead of having this massive lull again, where we're just completely, you know, come on, where are the old, the old school freaks? So here's those steps right there. See that? That's the surveillance footage. It's from like right over there. So he definitely came from that direction towards me right now. So because he doesn't show up on, he's the guy that I talked to said he checked the surveillance all the way to noon. So that means he did not walk by his house on the final run. So that's interesting, right? So that means the car is somewhere past this street. And I think that's what that means. That means it's not on this street. The car is, he parked his vehicle past this street over here somewhere. So I think that's a good way to sort of show that, because he did not um, walk by again. So that means he did not come down the street during the final run. So, where did he park so that he would be walking that direction? Okay, that's 27. Have any more here? 28. Yeah, I think I'm still walking on that street. Just a little bit further up. No, still lolling away. Still lolling away. Yikes. Let's see. There we go. Look at the mountains in the background there, you guys. Look at that over there. It's amazing. And they go all the way around. I don't think he, I mean, he could have parked on one of these streets, I guess. But it seems like he would have walked down. So I think the fact that he's on this side of the street means that that is the side that he's on. Because you would just walk all the way down and then eventually cross. I mean, you could. I just think it means it's more likely that he was parked to the right of this street. So it's probably not where I thought it. Originally, I put a square over here to the left. This guy was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Hey, cool." It was like one of those times at work where somebody goes, "How you doing?" And you reply with too much information. I said, "Yeah, I've been walking too much." And then this is the street where that original surveillance footage is on. The not original, the one where we see the car drive by. So doesn't it seem like it's sort of up in this area? I mean, how far is he going to want to walk with the gun down his pants? Did somebody just, what was that? All right, thanks. We. Thank you. Man, you guys don't. You guys almost never put questions or something to talk about in the super chats. Yeah, I think maybe somewhere around where, not where I parked this time, but I don't know. It was just sort of an observation. I guess the part that's weird to me is why would he go the way he went back? Why did he run all the way through that dirt area if you're coming all the way back up here? He could have just gone out to that street and taken a right. I don't know why he'd go all the way around. So oh, that's right. I took that right. I didn't take the. If you go out that way though, that would be the way that I think he went out the last. Did I end it right there? Hold on. No, I think it ends right here. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, this is the right one. Hold on. This is the spot. Hold on. I'm just gonna back up a little bit. Yeah, it's right there underneath that tree there. Like this is the spot right here. This is where I parked earlier. You have this fence, and you're right there. There's a tree there. Then you open your door on the passenger side front door because they only had two doors on that car, and there's no view from over here either. So right here would have been amazing, and it's right on the street. That's the house right here that has the surveillance that showed the car driving like this, and then it showed him walking around the corner like that. So that is the spot. That's pretty good actually. And this wouldn't be horrendous, but it's also kind of obvious that you're doing something there. Well, that's pretty much what I shot today. A lot of stuff though. I mean, what do you guys think of that? Pretty interesting, right? I mean, it shows you that how easy it was to get on the roof. Simple. Yeah, well, I'm going to be doing more tomorrow, and we'll always have this stuff too, so we'll always be able to look at it. And tomorrow I'm going to do different stuff. Yeah, and by the way, like the guy that gave me the extra surveillance footage, he said he showed me this other guy at a different time. It was at 12. It didn't make sense, so it wasn't him. But it kind of, just I'm glad that video is not out there because the conspiracy theorists would go, "Oh, look, see him really." He was sort of a sleeveless shirt, but he had a backpack on, the hat. He looked like every other 90% of the other college students, right? That's why he was able to blend in. He just sort of, he's a college student who's limping. Who cares? Nobody thought anything of it. And look, it was just so easy. The route that he took, and I think that is what he meant when he said, "Man, that's so stupid to do the event there," because it was so freaking simple. Yeah, it just absolutely blended in. Easy. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, it's amazing because we can look wherever we want to look. But tomorrow I've got a few different things I want to do. I'm gonna have to try to. I kind of want to just drive around with my 360-degree camera on the top of my car, and then sort of drive through all the different neighborhoods in the area, and then people can. I think that would be one I would just let anybody watch whatever they, you just watch it and try to maybe think, that looks like a pretty good spot, and see if we can maybe find the place that makes sense. There's two of them today that made a lot of sense in that general area. Now he's limping because he's got a gun in his pants. Good Lord. Get the people with the, let's see. No, he had the rifle broken in two parts, and one part was down the front, his right leg, and the other part was maybe down his left leg. And that's why he was limping. And then he quit limping when he got on the roof and started running. Oh, that's what he's saying? I don't know what he was saying. Okay, you're saying what the people thought. Right, just some guy limping, They wouldn't have thought football. They just say, oh, he, I mean, do you even think about that? Like when somebody walks by you and they're limping, do you sit there and go, he must have got that in a football act? You just look at him and go, nothing. He's limping. Like I don't spend any time wondering why they're limping. Get it? Yeah, that's sort of natural. Maybe the fleeting thought of, oh, he sprained his ankle. Oh, he probably hurt his knee. It's hillier than you would have thought, but not. Other than that, things feel closer when you're up on that roof. Like the edge of the roof isn't really that far away. That little building he ran behind on the top of the roof, that little square part that sticks up, that's not far away from where you're standing. Stuff like that. The perspective that I have now is just magnified what I thought before, is just how absolutely easy it was for him to get up on that roof and just do what he did, especially that day, the timing and everything. Simple. Anybody could have done what he did. Yeah, well, this guy has 5 days of video, and I kind of said, well, hey, you should take a look at it. If you see something, let me send it over. I'd love to have all of it myself, like I would take it. Maybe I'll message him and say, do you think I can have those 5 days if we zip them up? Maybe he'd give it to me. That'd be kind of interesting, digging through that. Seems like he would have had to have been there. What will be shown at trial? Who knows? I guess we're staying at the same place. Me and Paramount Tactical. At first he said some other place, and he go, wait, no, I think it is the same. That's pretty random. A lot of different hotels here. All right. Looks like it's support is waned. So let's see what we got. Alley Cake, Jeannie Guygoy, Wild, Bill Wassman, then Born to Raise Hogs, Amber Maiden, Missy Gray and All the Freaks. She said, yeah, I miss you too, Amber. And then Susan Jill, Michelle H1957, Mater Bader gifted one, and PJCPCP or SPN 670. Grab something to drink and eat. God bless Trump, and thank you for doing this. Come on, you guys. I know some of you guys are Democrats in here, but you got to admit what he pulled off over in the Middle East was a pretty big deal. You know, that's something that none of the other ones have ever been able to do. Okay. Come on. Just be honest with yourself. You can do it. Got my other chat so far behind, it looked like somebody just donated some more memberships, but it was scrolling by. And then Susan Jill, then Lori Anderson said, thanks for all, wait, I can put it out here. Thanks for all your efforts with the whole Charlie Kirk situation, Gray. We are all seeking the truth. I'm not often able to be on during the live sessions, but I watch them after the fact. And Susan Gill. Then Wisconsin Cat Mom. That means she has 900 cats. And then Vicky White. Then Cindy Boswell. And E-Rock, or probably Eric. Yeah, no problem. Did we already do that one? Oh, yeah. We already passed it. Then I love you. I love you and your hard working. Thank you. Then Cheryl McDonald, 8132. Great job with the video. Oh, thank you. Cinnamon Sin Freak. Like that, man. Stephanie Dowell. Alley Cake. As in, I'll eat cake. And then Bacalula gifted 10 memberships. Then Debbie James. And Blue Eyed Devil. If his footprint is still there, those are his fingerprints and probably towel print up there. Yeah, I mean, it was weird. If you guys watched early on in the video, when I was on, I might be able to find that. Maybe I'll look for that really quick. But you can see these prints up in the dust up there. Thanks. We get a much better understanding with you going there. And then tired of it all. John. I think I missed this one. C. Daly. Thanks. We get it. Oh, yeah, we have it. John. And then Nader Bader gifted a membership. And then look at that. Bacalula gifted another 10. And Misty Shores, maybe. Gifted a membership. Then we had Stacy, became a YouTube member. Thank you. And Joel Burnt. Susan Jill, again, thank you. Then we had PJC, all the gun control crap. There's no way you can carry an AR-15 for counter snipe in school campus. Right. Sandy Shirley, great. Did you get my? Yeah, I did. Right when I saw your name pop up, I went, oh, yeah. Then we have Bacalula again for 10. And look at that. We got Paramount Tactical. You better not be in my hotel room. That's right. And then Nader Bader, John, and Jeffrey Sedal. And then Just Rhonda, not Just Rhonda. And Megsy, and Lisa Valenzuela. These are all gifted memberships. Then Rubinsky, S. Jablanowska, right? Didn't I say that right the last time? Gifted one. Then we have Bacalula again. And then I gifted 5. And then Lisa Belson. And then we And then we have, this must be new, S. Jablanowska again. What do you have planned with Paramount? I don't know if I have anything planned specifically, but, or was that earlier? Hold on, I feel like I'm, yeah, I mean, I'll probably go, they're filming, doing some thing flying around, you know, like a drone mapping the area. I might like, you know, show them the routes and everything. Yeah, I'm a street viewer, but like better because it's now and I go exactly where we need to be going. What's the point of getting a veterinary license if you can send people pets to heaven by giving them the wrong medication? I don't know. I had I had a dog die getting its teeth cleaned. Didn't make it out of the anesthesia. How shitty is that? All right. Anyways, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's just it gets really disheartening, you know, like when I do my shows, I get 250 to 300 people watching, and you guys, the same people always supporting the channel, but then these other people do their shows and they get 5,000, 6,000, 11,000 people watching. It looks like a bingo machine in there, and I think my stuff that I put out's better than any of those people. Any of them. I think out of every single person doing videos on this, mine are the best ones because they are factual videos that put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and you just see it. It's obvious, you know, and it's just wild. You know, YouTube just screw you, you know. Sucks. And you know, like you know, I don't know, it's just bizarre. I mean, why don't my videos get as many views as like Paramount Tactical, for example? You know, why is that? What's the difference? You know, my videos. I mean, the last two I've made 4,000 views each. Horrendous. Like it just doesn't even register on anywhere out there. It's crazy. Uh, yeah, yeah. It seems like 100%. You know, I'm sort of nervous to post a video that has the new surveillance footage in it because other people will just grab it and they'll get 100,000 views and I'll get 4,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point? I might have to watermark it myself. That's about the only way to make it worth something. Let's see. There's no remedies, you know. They don't have, there isn't one. Mm-hmm. No, TMZ could have got it. They just didn't want it. They're lazy. They didn't even get the more interesting part of the video. You can see the car coming from all the way down there. I don't think it's the thumbnails. My thumbnails are no different than Even if they were, I mean, you don't drop that dramatically just because of the thumbnail. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just don't know why. How does it matter what that important on a thumbnail? It just seems ridiculous. I mean, how come some of the other videos I made I got 300,000 views? They weren't clickbaity titles. They were just. That's because I mentioned watermarking. So they all said, yeah, put watermark. Yeah, they keep using the same one and just change up a picture or something. I don't know what that means, Jessica. Mine are real, like they're actually about. Like sometimes his titles will say something that make you go, "Oh my God, it's a conspiracy," and then the video isn't about that. I just don't know. I can't pretend, um, you know. I don't know, Jessica. Yeah. So his are interesting. I mean, all those people make interesting thumbnails. He knows that too. That you kind of have to sort of push the envelope to, you know, even if it's not quite true, it's sort of true, but you got to make it clickbaity. I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to make clickbaity titles and videos. Yeah, who said he wasn't good, Harry? You seem confused. Let's see. I'm just saying, I think my videos are just as good. You know, I mean, mine are like I go right into the details and explain people exactly what's happening. And but if you make a video about blood on the hands, that's way more sensationalistic, right? I make one that says, "Hey, look, he definitely has a rifle. Look, if you put all these things together, you can see him on the roof. See that? What do you mean, thanks, Nader? Thanks for saying he's good." What a stupid. What kind of a reply is that, Harry, to what Nader said? Nader, thanks. What? Because he said, yeah, he makes good videos. I mean, what? You're not him. Yeah, let's see. You did untouchable. Yeah, well, but the problem is in the Koberger case, nobody. I got very few views compared to everybody else too. You know, I was like people sprinting up and down. Yeah, I mean, every case that the bigger ones that I cover and spend time on, I think they're as good or better than everybody else. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be like I see, and they're just so shallow. I literally get into. I guess maybe that's it, man. People are just so stupid that they need to just be sort of given little highlights and probably why the media does that. Like when you watch uh, Banfield or any of those guys, they just kind of keep it real shallow. The real kind of juicy little chunks for everybody to dig into, and the hell with even trying to figure something out. Yeah, what does the Tennessee explosion have to do with this? I was thinking about that Tennessee explosion though. I was wondering if Russia did that. I mean, I don't know if they know at this point, but it's kind of interesting that apparently they made up tons of C4 that we like give to Ukraine. I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Yeah. Hey, cool, Lydia. I haven't seen the explosion. I just saw the aftermath of it. Yeah, let's see how long. I mean, it seems like it's going to last because he's got buy-in from all these other countries. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to get into your the feed. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I guess maybe they're using different keywords or something. I don't know, man. I do not know why. Yeah, yeah. Maybe don't use. Well, they tell you to do that, though. I could try it, not putting it in there. I guess. Anyways, I gotta get going. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. It's just depressing. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. And I guarantee it. Watch when Paramount Tactical. He'll do a live stream tomorrow, or with the stuff that he found out, it'll have 8,000 people watching, and it'll look like a bingo machine in there. And I just can't get my channel moving. I don't know what's happening. It's depressing. I've been doing YouTube a hell of a lot longer than all these different people, and it's just frustrating. Frustrating as hell. You watch. Just exactly. I'll try to do a live stream, and it'll just be. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I'm compared to other people doing the same thing, John. I'm sure you do the same thing, but you like to call other people out for doing it. Yeah, I'm on X. Yeah. Yeah, I've hit I almost always, I didn't do it today, but I almost always put it on X. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And there's no music or anything. And I guess, where's Holdaway? Holdaway, yeah. Where's he at? He doesn't have his music, so he doesn't show up. Anyway, see you guys.